they built America's deadliest weapons in secret. Then they buried the evidence in the ground. For decades, radioactive waste from the Hanford Site poisoned Washington's water while officials kept the truth hidden. Hanford's 9 nuclear reactors operated around the clock, producing plutonium for America's nuclear arsenal throughout the Cold War. The process generated millions of gallons of highly radioactive waste. Rather than developing safe storage solutions, officials ordered workers to pour millions of gallons of liquid radioactive waste directly into the ground. They dug cribs, large shallow pits, where they dumped contaminated liquids, believing the soil would naturally filter the radiation. It didn't. By 1955, radioactive materials had already begun migrating through the soil toward the Columbia River. Workers who questioned these practices were reassigned or terminated. Safety reports showing contamination levels were classified and buried deep within military files. In 1986, a government accountant named Casey Rood was reviewing Hanford's financial records when he discovered something alarming. The numbers didn't add up. He dug deeper and found evidence that radioactive waste had been leaking from storage tanks since the 1950s. When he reported his findings, his superiors threatened him with termination. Undeterred, Rood went public, triggering a cascade of revelations. Former workers came forward describing how they'd been ordered to cut corners on safety. Environmental samples showed contamination levels hundreds of times above legal limits. The public learned that Hanford's aging underground tanks, some holding 56 million gallons of radioactive waste, had been leaking for decades. The government's response was damage control, not cleanup. Today, Hanford represents the largest and most complex environmental cleanup project in American history. The site contains 177 underground tanks, many of which have exceeded their design life by decades. Radioactive plumes have spread through groundwater, threatening the Columbia River and surrounding communities. The cleanup costs billions annually and won't be completed for generations. Recent investigations revealed that some tanks continue to leak, releasing radioactive isotopes into the soil. The government maintains that current contamination levels pose no immediate health risk, but independent scientists disagree. The question remains, how much damage was done before anyone was willing to speak the truth? But contamination still spreads. The cleanup continues, but the damage is permanent. How many other sites across America are leaking their secrets into the ground right now?